What is the deal, guys? I'm KGO, and this is my class that I'm about to use in this game of Survivor, or Survivors, whatever you want to call it, on the PS3 exclusive, The Last of Us. I figured, I played this game a lot. This is like pretty much the only game I ever play nowadays. And since I just recently got brand new component cables for my PS3, I couldn't find my old ones. I have no idea where they are. But since they were only like $3, I'm like, you know what? Why not? What the hell? You know what I mean? So I decided to record a gameplay of Survivor or Survivors. I'll just call it Survivors because I'm playing this game mode a lot now. I used to only play Supply Raid, but I'm playing Survivors a lot more often now. I just started as the Hunters. I recently finished the playthrough as the Fireflies. I decided, switch things up a bit, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just, I figured I would switch things up a bit and, play as the Hunters this time. I do prefer playing as the Hunters. I think that there's two things I want to talk about in this video. One being how to become a better player in The Last of Us, and two, briefly, I guess, the Godzilla trailer. There was a Godzilla trailer that I saw over the past couple of days, maybe. It was supposed to be exclusive to Comic-Con from 2 years ago, but it was uploaded. And my thoughts on it are, it looks really freaking sick. It keeps on getting taken down, obviously, because it's copyrighted material. But I think I might upload it, and because I recorded my screen while watching it, because I figured that it was gonna get taken down again. So I figured, you know what, it's a sweet trailer. It gives a nice glimpse into Godzilla himself. So you know what, why not record it? You know what I mean? So I recorded it, and then of course the link that I recorded it from, the video got taken down because Warner Brothers is like, yo, dogs, what the fuck? So, it's like, okay, fine, we'll take it down. You obviously didn't want the video released just yet, so therefore you took it down. People don't understand that it's getting taken down because it's a violation of copyright, you know what I mean? The footage belongs to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers obviously didn't want it uploaded, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be exclusive to Comic-Con. And then everybody's like, oh, screw that, it's uploaded, so they might as well, cry about it. They might as well deal with it.
Let's wipe them out.
I'm not saying I agree with their moves, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I agree with them, but I understand why it's being taken down, you know what I mean? It's not going to stay up if the content owner doesn't want it to. So therefore, it's a violation of copyright. So eventually, the video will be, available to everybody. I don't know when.
Hey, watch my ass.
If you've seen the trailer, then I think that the visual effects were amazing, and that Godzilla himself didn't look too bad either. I loved how he roared. It was pretty cool.
Watch my ass.
So I just realized, why the fuck am I spending so much time talking about the Godzilla trailer when I'm not even going to show it in this video? It seems kind of productive to me. So let's talk about The Last of Us. Yeah, game of the year in my opinion. Many people think that GTA 5 should be game of the year. I haven't played it, but honestly, play one GTA game, you played them all. So anyway, how to get better at The Last of Us. I've experimented with lots of different setups and stuff, lots of different perks. I'm just gonna call them perks. I don't know what this game calls them, but honestly, I'm just gonna call them perks. It's just easier. I don't know what they're called, but I always have the perk that allows you to have a shiv at the start of each round, and it allows you to remain hidden in listen mode while you're crouched. So I always use that because what happens if if it's like 30 seconds into the game, I don't have a shiv crafted, I don't have the shiv class available, and then I come across a guy who's aiming out the window. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, well, and then he also has a modded melee weapon. So if I punch him, he turns around, he knocks me down, he executes me. If I shoot at him, I risk not killing him. You know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, the shiv at the start of each round is mandatory. It's satisfying as all hell, not to mention that, it just makes it a hell of a lot easier. So I say always have the perk that allows you to have a shiv at the start of each round and to be able to be hidden in listen mode while you're crouched. I'm not sure how many points that is, or I'm not sure if you have to upgrade the perk. I honestly don't remember, because I just have it as my default for every single class. So, I really don't remember what the prerequisites are. Let me see. Other perks. It's I think it's called a Hawkeye, I think, something like that. I think it's the most upgraded that the perk can be. Basically, when you mark an enemy, when you mark an enemy, the enemy glows. You know what I mean? Like you can see his whole body. I do it several times throughout this video. So when it happens later, you can take note of what happens. Basically, you mark them, and not only do you see a red arrow over their head, but you also see the exactly what the enemy is doing. You know what I mean? Because their whole body glows. And if I have to explain to you how much of an advantage that gives you, then maybe you shouldn't even be playing this game, honestly. Basically, the enemy glows, so therefore, suppose that I get into a gunfight. I mark, I mark the guy that I'm fighting, and then he goes into cover, and then I can see him, wrapping himself up with a first aid kit. Well, I don't want that, I want him to die. Obviously, where's Nicolas Cage when you need him? So therefore, I race my ass towards him, and then I finish him off. Like if I didn't, like if I didn't have the perk that allows the glow, I wouldn't know what he's doing. So I only know his position. I don't know what he's doing. So to be redundant. Let's see. There's Hawkeye. There's the Shiv. I have Brawler only because. I craft modded melee weapons in like half the time, and I get an additional hit. So normally, when you craft a modded melee weapon, once you hit somebody, you lose the blade, which sucks. So therefore, once you have the Brawler perk, once you hit somebody with a modded melee weapon, you don't lose the blade until you hit somebody else. Uniform! So always, whenever you get a 2x4, and then you happen to come across a binding tape and a razor, mod that shit. Mod that shit as soon as you possibly can. Mod it right that second if you can. You know what I mean? Even if you die, right afterwards, you'll still have that. You'll still have that modded melee weapon. Because once you have a modded melee weapon, you don't lose it until you use it. So so that's always good. Also, first aid. Oh yeah, I honestly thought that I would have a chance against these guys. I take them across. I take them around like the whole freaking map. Whatever. I honestly thought that I was going to beat these guys and pull off a hell of a clutch, but I don't. To spoil the video, I don't. I die. Anywho, first aid training to heal yourself like 75% faster. It does wonders. It's really good. What else? I would recommend to not use. First of all, do not ever, unless you absolutely have to, do not ever make a first aid kit. If you know the maps, even if you don't, there are so many first aid kits scattered all over the map, and all you gotta do is know where they are. You know what I mean? So like honestly, you could use the alcohol for something better. Like a Molotov, like I just did. So also I only make Molotovs when I have extra binding, and let me explain. Once I have a modded melee weapon, I always make sure that I have at least one binding and one razor. Therefore, once I use the melee weapon, I can make it again right after I kill somebody. So therefore, I'll have 2 more hits. Let's see, what else? So yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can do what you want, and see, what works best for you. But in my experiences, that worked best for me. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. I've used my loadout right now, weapon-wise, is, as you can see, the revolver, and I have a sniper rifle. The sniper rifle is actually really goddamn useful. You know what I mean? It's really, it didn't even take a long time to, get used to it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you do have to cock it after every single shot, which, is annoying. I have never upgraded the sniper rifle, so I don't know if you cock it faster after you upgrade it. But, that's like the only downside to it, you know what I mean? It is so powerful. Honestly, it's so powerful. And honestly, it's really useful because of the fact that it does insane amounts of damage, and like you can shoot somebody with a sniper rifle, and then you could run towards them and shoot them once with your smaller weapon, and they'll be down. You know what I mean? Because it's that powerful. Like I said, right here, the cocking is annoying, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? It's a small price, to pay for an otherwise very powerful weapon. I recommend giving it a try. It'll maybe take you 3 games to get used to it. Honestly, I got used to it within like 2 games. And I didn't think that I would even like it. So yeah, just these are just my tips, my advice, on how to become a better player in The Last of Us. I love this game. I think this is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I'm on it like all the freaking time. To show how much of a loser I am and how much time I've spent playing this game overall, I think I've averaged 4.5 days the last time I checked playing online. So yeah. Let's finish off. Oh jeez, what else can I say? Basically, just to repeat myself a bit, I feel the need to stress: do not make a medikit unless there's like a ridiculous situation, you know what I mean, where you have no medikits but you have the ingredients to make them, and you've got like 2 guys on your ass and you have like very low health. Then if you have the good crafter skill, which I don't have on this class, you craft stuff in like half a second. It's really insane how quick you do it. Otherwise, just run your ass off and hope that you don't run out of stamina. Another thing about running, don't do it, or at least don't do it too often. Yeah, it gets you to places faster, but at the same time, everybody knows this, but I feel the need to emphasize it. When you run, you show up on the enemy radar as a red dot. Obviously, you don't want that to happen. And honestly, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's not worth it. Get to that destination a couple of seconds late. And you don't have to be crouched all the time, but at the same time, it does help to be crouched, because if you have that perk, that allows you to be hidden in listen mode, then if you crouch and walk, you don't show up when enemies listen. Most people don't listen though. I don't understand. You know what I mean? If you hold R2, you enter listen mode, and then you can see nearby enemies. People don't like that, but honestly, I like that. You know what I mean? Because it adds to the strategy. This game does not babysit you. You know what I mean? This isn't any Call of Duty bullshit. Which reminds me, work has begun on the last NC-17 episode. I've gotten a couple of requests, but not much. I've gotten like 3 requests, I think. and I'm trying to just like, you know, I'm trying to cram as much as I can into this video because it's most likely the last NC-17 episode ever. Like I announced, you know, it'll be, you know, uploaded around Christmas time. So yeah, this video's about to come to an end, so thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video, leave a comment down below. What do you think of my, you know, how do you think my skill is in Last of Us? Let me know. Let me know if you want to see more Last of Us online multiplayer. You know, if you want to see interrogations or whatever, you know what I mean? If you want to see more of the campaign mode, then let me know, and I will do my best to satisfy my fans. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I want to upload what you guys want to see. So let me know, guys. So thanks for watching. As always, this is KGO, and I'm out. Thanks.
See if they try that again soon.